should have been a relaxing trip on the water for an old Saybrook family turned into something much different. Their boat sank and the brave mother risked her own life to save her family. News 8's Renee Schmiel spoke to that mother about the life or death decision she was faced with. She joins us live in studio with the story. Renee.
Brian, this was the family's first time taking their small sailboat out on the water. Heather Emanuelson, her husband, and her two young kids, who are 4 and 7 years old, are strong swimmers, but they never expected they'd be out on the water for more than 3.5 hours.
Heather Emanuelson and her family were looking forward to a nice day on the water on Wednesday. They launched their sailboat near the Baldwin Bridge in Old Saybrook, but the boat started to sink.
The current was really strong and the wind was pretty strong, so our boat started to dip a little bit.
The boat started taking on water, and that meant the family didn't have one of these to use. They ended up having to spend several hours in the water, but fortunately they had life jackets.
And we just couldn't swim strong enough to get anywhere. We weren't making any progress.
Though there were other boats on the water, no one heard the family's calls for help. So Emanuelson left the kids with her husband and swam off to go find help. She thinks she swam about 4 miles in all. Finally, she had help getting to shore, but she says it was terrifying.
What if nobody does pick us up, and maybe this is how I'm going to die here today? You know, those thoughts were going through my mind. The waves were pretty, choppy.
Emanuelson called for help, and her husband and kids made it safely out of the water. They were reunited at a restaurant in Old Lyme.
It was so emotional. My husband and I, first of all, were just like in tears and just wanted to, hug the kids.
A long day, but Emanuelson is grateful they all made it back safely. She knew how important life jackets are, but she learned what else to have on hand before the family goes out on the water.
The biggest thing I learned is to be more prepared when we're boating. I don't think we will ever go out on a boat again without a whistle and some more, communications, a flare.
That boat was found, and despite what happened, Emanuelson says they will go sailing again. Live in the studio, I'm Renee Schmiel. Brian, back to you.